Disclaimer, this chapter is going to make you very angry, but I promise it gets better. It's recorded as the treachery of Jacob's sons, and we're about to find out why. I'm a member of an online Christian community, and we meet from time to time to study a book of the Bible. We're currently studying the book of Genesis, and this is chapter 34 to 36. So at this time, Jacob and his family are living in the land of Shechem. And then one day, Dinah, who is Jacob's daughter with Leah, decides to go into the city to visit the girls of the land. And there she gets kidnapped by Shechem, who is the son of Hamor. And so Shechem kidnaps her and he forces himself on her intimately. But it doesn't end there. Shechem, after doing what he did to Dinah, suddenly realized that he's in love with her. That's what he said. He's in love with her, or he likes her and he wants to marry her. And do you know what this young man does? He goes with his father to go and meet Dinah's father, Jacob, and ask for Dinah's hand in marriage. At this point, it's the audacity for me. Like, how do you think that that's something that you can do? That you can say after you have kidnapped this person and forced yourself on her intimately, you take yourself with your father, who I believe should be an old man with beards and sense, at least that's what I'm thinking, and you take them to the father of the person that you defiled and say, I want to marry your daughter, I'm in love with her. How does that happen? Anyways, that's what Shechem does. And Jacob was even calm about the whole thing, which angers me a lot. But I'll leave the anger to Dinah's brothers, because they were furious when they heard what Shechem had done to their sister. Even more so when they heard that he wanted to marry their sister, as should any human being be. I don't know why Jacob was so calm, but they were furious. They said no. They were angry at Shechem. They didn't throw any punches, but they told him that he couldn't marry their sister, not after he had disgraced her, he had defiled her. It's the audacity to even come to their house to think that he could marry their sister. So they were furious about this. But after the plea of Shechem and his father, the sons of Jacob come to a conclusion, and it's recorded in verse 14. They said to them, we cannot do this thing and give our sister in marriage to one who is not circumcised, because that would be a disgrace to us. But we will consent to you only on this condition: if you will become like us, in that every male among you consents to be circumcised, then we will give our daughter to you in marriage, and we will take your daughters for ourselves, and we will live with you and become one people. At this point, I'm reading it and I'm still angry. Like, what do you mean? Okay, if they get circumcised, you're going to agree to this marriage, and you may be getting angry too, but don't worry, calm down. I told you that it gets better. They had their own plans up their sleeve. So Shechem and his father agreed to what Jacob and his son said, and so they got all the men in their camp circumcised. All of them, they got them circumcised. And then on the third day, when they were still healing, it says that the brothers of Dinah, specifically Simeon and Levi, went into the camp of the Canaanites, that's Shechem and his household, and they killed every single man. Every single person that was currently in the recuperation phase of getting healed so that they can go and marry Dinah, unalived. And I'm reading it, I'm like, I'm not happy, but I'm like, was this the plan all along? So Jacob heard about what his sons had done, and he was angry about the whole situation. He wasn't having it at all. He scolded them and this and that. And I'm really not supporting the whole assassination of the tribe or the household of Shechem, but my own is, Daddy Jacob, sir, were you really going to allow this man marry your daughter, your only daughter that we know of at least? Were you going to allow this man that had no regard for her, no respect for her, no regard for you, because after all that, he still had the guts, the effrontery to come to your house and ask people? See, it cannot happen. It cannot happen in the Nigerian film setting, right? So it was just baffling me. Like, okay, yes, that wasn't the plan, but sir, if they had healed from their whole circumcision, were you going to allow it? That's how now. Anyway, so this chapter ends with Jacob and his family moving to the land of Bethel under God's instruction. And Jacob's name is also changed to Israel by God. So this marks the beginning of the formation of the nations of Israel. And then Genesis 36 records the genealogy of Esau. And I just want to say that there were many chiefs in the lineage of Esau. Like Esau, the one that his blessing was stolen. Yes, Esau, the brother of Jacob, whom Jacob stole his blessing. There are many chiefs, there are many big names in Esau's lineage. And I just want to buttress what I had already said in yesterday's chapter, and that is, don't let yourself be the victim in a story. In whatever story that you find yourself in, you need to rise up of it. Be the victor. Just like Esau was the victor, he did not allow himself to be put down because his blessing was stolen. You too, you cannot allow yourself to live a mediocre life when you're supposed to live a prosperous life in God. That is the plan that, see, it is God's plan for you that you prosper. Forget, I know that, so many teachings in the world right now. You are supposed to be prosperous in everything, in health, in wealth, in family, in friendship, in ministry. You are supposed to be prosperous. So when something happens in your life that looks like it's bringing you down and you're not going to be prosperous, you need to rise above it, because it's not in God's plan for you, so it cannot be in your plan for yourself. Okay, that's basically where this chapter ends. So I really hope that you learned one or two things from it, and I hope that your anger in the beginning was eased. All right, so that's going to be it for this video. I will see you on the next one.